The most famous woman in ancient history was not Egyptian, was not primarily known for her looks in her own lifetime, and was deliberately rewritten by the men who defeated her. As you delve into the life of Cleopatra VII, you'll discover that she was a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which was a Greek dynasty that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great in 323 BCE. Can you imagine being a woman in a position of power in a world dominated by men, as Cleopatra was when she ascended to the throne in 51 BCE alongside her brother Ptolemy XIII? In the decades leading up to Cleopatra's reign, the Ptolemaic kingdom was plagued by internal power struggles and external threats from the expanding Roman Empire, with the Roman general Pompey the Great defeating the Seleucid Empire in 63 BCE. The Ptolemies had long been allies of the Romans, but their relationship was complicated, with the Roman Senate often interfering in Egyptian affairs, as seen in the embassy of the Roman senator Gabinius to Egypt in 55 BCE. As you consider the intricate web of alliances and rivalries, you may wonder how the Ptolemies managed to maintain their grip on power for so long, given that they were a Greek dynasty ruling over an Egyptian population. The answer lies in their ability to adapt to Egyptian culture, as evidenced by the construction of the Temple of Taposiris Magna, which was built during the reign of Ptolemy II in the 3rd century BCE. Cleopatra VII, who ruled from 51 BCE until her death in 30 BCE, was a master diplomat and strategist who spoke 9 languages, including Egyptian, which she was the first of her dynasty to learn, as noted by the Greek historian Plutarch. In 48 BCE, she met Julius Caesar, who had arrived in Egypt in pursuit of his rival Pompey, and formed an alliance with him, which helped her secure the throne and led to the birth of their son Caesarion in 47 BCE. As you follow the events that unfolded, you'll see that Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar was a calculated move to protect her kingdom, but can you guess how the Roman people would react to their leader's involvement with a foreign queen? When Caesar was assassinated in 44 BCE, Cleopatra aligned herself with Mark Antony, one of Caesar's most powerful generals, and the two formed a romantic and political partnership that would last for over a decade, with Cleopatra bearing twins Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene in 40 BCE. The Battle of Philippi in 42 BCE, in which Antony and his fellow triumvir Octavian defeated the forces of Brutus and Cassius, marked a significant turning point in the struggle for control of the Roman Empire, and Cleopatra's association with Antony made her a target for Octavian's propaganda machine. As you consider the intricate dance of alliances and rivalries, you may ask how Cleopatra's actions affected the balance of power in the ancient world, and the answer lies in the fact that her partnership with Antony ultimately led to the downfall of the Ptolemaic kingdom. The aftermath of Cleopatra's death in 30 BCE saw the Roman Empire, under the leadership of Octavian, now known as Augustus, absorb Egypt and establish it as a Roman province, with the Roman prefect Gaius Cornelius Gallus being appointed as the first governor of Egypt. The Roman writers, including Plutarch and Cassius Dio, deliberately destroyed Cleopatra's legacy, portraying her as a seductress and a manipulator, rather than the skilled politician and diplomat that she was, as evidenced by the fact that the Roman historian Josephus Flavius wrote that Cleopatra was a woman of great cleverness, in his work Antiquities of the Jews. As you reflect on the impact of this rewriting of history, you may wonder what other stories have been distorted or lost over time, and how this affects our understanding of the past. As you conclude your journey through the life and times of Cleopatra VII, you're left with a lasting impression of a woman who defied the conventions of her time, and the question remains, what would history look like if her legacy had been preserved, rather than distorted by the victors? And would we have a more nuanced understanding of the complexities of ancient politics and diplomacy if we had access to the original accounts of Cleopatra's life, rather than the biased narratives that have been passed down to us?